Greetings, everyone. Autumn is in full swing, and Halloween is nearly upon us. And so I'm feeling festive. So I thought, since I'm in such a festive mood, why not do a quick little video on some of the different ways that I like to decorate for Halloween. So first up, we have what I like to call the basics. Now, these are like the blocks that, Minecraft gives us that are already pretty much fall/Halloween decorations right off the bat. Bat, because it's Halloween? Anyway, so you've got your wheat, because fall is a time for harvesting crops and things, and you got your pumpkins because jack-o'-lanterns and things, right? Cauldron for witches, skulls for death. I'll get back to the skull sensors. You've got things like, your table saws and mysterious spatters of redstone dust that are definitely not blood. You got your funky lanterns that are slightly spookier than normal lanterns. And then you got cobwebs and candles. Can't forget candles. Okay, now, the skull sensors, they're like, you ever, go trick-or-treating or something, and you walk up the steps to this house, and all of a sudden, that skeleton that you thought was just a piece of plastic, all of a sudden, jumps out and screams, ah! But it is still a piece of plastic and not a living skeleton that they've just had, chained to their porch. Motion sensors. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say here. So, skull sensors, if you pair them with a shrieker, you get spooky ambiance and jump scares galore. Which is the only reason why I like them. Deep Dark is not fun. And with these blocks, you can just, dot them here and there at your doorsteps and things, and they definitely add a little bit of, a taste of Halloween. Or skulls and jack-o'-lanterns and cobwebs, that's very spooky. But, this is Minecraft, and we are perfectly capable of doing more than just setting some pumpkins out on doorsteps. So that's when we start adding other blocks into the mix, and you start getting things like scarecrows, or fun Halloween lamps, or mysterious summoning circles, or, fun strings of lights, or wagons to pull crops and harvests and stuff, and send them to places like this build here, which is just, kind of a storage unit for hay. Or you could send them to market and sell them at some sort of autumn fair. Like here we've got some apples and maybe apple cider or something. I love apple cider. He likes apple cider too. Or maybe you're just selling pumpkins. I would love to just make a living selling pumpkins. Anyway. Or if we go up this hill past the barrels of potatoes and beans, and if we can get past the lights. Oh, look at that! What a strange altar-like setup here that is dotted with redstone dust. Definitely not blood. And skulls and spooky lanterns and candles, and I'd be a little scared if I came across this just behind the fair. Just saying. Oh, and we got another cute little wagon here. It's just a tiny carrying barrels of something. It's cute. I like it. I wanted to show it off. I'm sorry. Or, and this is my absolute favorite scene, and I definitely spent way too much time on it for what I hope is a short video, but, you find a small forest has mysteriously appeared in the middle of nowhere. pathway leading deeper into the woods with candles and things and strange noises and skulls everywhere. But you go deeper in. Spooky ambiance. And up here we've got what is some sort of witch's camp. Candles and a cauldron sitting on top of a weird colored fire in the middle of the woods with a bunch of seats. It's spooky. And it would definitely be like fun to just stumble across that on like a multiplayer server. Someone randomly sets that up in the middle of the woods. I would love that. I mean, I'd be horrified, but I'd love it. But yeah, so those are, the basics, and we can do a lot with those basics. Now, one thing that I did talk about a little bit was the strings of lights and banners. And banners are another, really good way to decorate for Halloween. I don't really use them very often because I'm not very good with the loom. Which is funny because I like crochet and stuff in real life, but just... Anyway. So these ones are just kind of to add some fun pops of Halloween colors, like you've got your green and purple and orange, and it's just like a repeating pattern of them, whatever. But you've also got, your ghost, which is 3 banners long, very spooky. And you got Frankenstein here, who's just looking very done with everything. But yeah, banners are another really cute way of just decorating for any season, really. Even if it's just blank banners and they're all just basic colors, those are fun too. They just add a little something more. Up next we have dead trees. Now I love throwing these into my worlds because of course where you've got alive trees, of course you're gonna have dead trees. And the nice thing about dead trees is they can look as ugly as you want them to. And it's okay because dead trees usually are kind of ugly. They've lost most of their limbs, so now they're just this weird, zigzaggy shape on the skyline. Or you can kind of spruce them up a little bit. Spruce it up because it's a tree. But, you can add cobwebs, chains, and lanterns and things, and all of a sudden it's looking very spooky. I love it. Use another one using birch wood. And it looks a little weird, mostly because of the rain and because it's nighttime. But, you've got... With the birch wood, I find if you, add a little candle at the end, or a couple of candles, it just adds, a couple more little twigs. Just a little bit narrower. I don't know, maybe that's just, a weird thing that I do, but I think it's neat. It's different. I don't know. And of course, to go with, your big spooky trees and stuff, we've got some bigger Halloween spooky, scary kind of builds that, they're a little bit beyond what I would just call, adding to the basics. So here we've got a graveyard, and we've got, some empty graves, and a statue that's obviously a grave of someone who's very well loved in the village. At least by an iron golem or something. We've got spooky abandoned graves, kind of overgrown, thorns and things around it. Maybe a newer grave, or a grave that's been dug up, and inside there is nothing. Ooh. Don't look at my inventory, it's full of junk. And then we've got a mausoleum, and you can see there's a coffin inside, and a lantern, and a surprisingly well-trodden path to mausoleums. I've never seen a mausoleum that's actually used or visited. They're usually always looking really sad and lichen-y. Maybe someone lives in that one, I don't know. And of course, other big Halloween kind of builds are these cute little houses that I've got. These are just 2 examples of what you can do, but here we've got a pumpkin house, because, like, of course, it's Halloween. Of course, you're gonna live in a giant pumpkin. And it's just like a little one-room deal, kitchen, dining area, bed. Maybe go around the pumpkin patch. Maybe play on the leaves and things. We've got the neighborhood witch, who's got her own great big garden here, and she lives in a giant witch's hat, which I just thought was fun. And inside, there's all sorts of witchy things. A kitchen, brewing stand, cauldron, enchanting table, and bookshelves and things. And we got here a new bed and more bookshelves, and yeah, it's just like a tiny little starter house. I guess not really a starter house. It's built out of netherrack bricks or whatever they're called. What are you called? I forget. Yeah, nether brick. But yeah, and aside from, the pumpkin house and the witch's house, there are all sorts of other kind of builds you can do. Like, maybe you're not even, like, living in them, but maybe you've got a giant monster or a giant skeleton somewhere, or, like, or maybe you live in its skull. I don't know. Or a giant piece of candy. Ooh, that would be fun. But anyway, yeah, those are some of the ways that I like to decorate for Halloween / fall, I guess. I really wish Minecraft gave us, like, fun colored leaves so I could, like, really make it fall, like red and yellow and orange leaves and things. But I guess that's not happening. Could always try modded, I guess. But yeah, anyway. That's all. Thanks for sticking around and watching. Happy Halloween. See you guys later.